What if we told you life before the Industrial Revolution was actually better for most people? Welcome to the Industrial Revolution. Before and after. It's me. In France, a master weaver could earn as much as 40. An agricultural worker in New England averaged around 25 shillings per week. With the advent of new technologies, the demand for manufactured goods began to grow exponentially. The burning of fossil fuels, a key driver of industrial progress, released harmful pollutants into the air, contributing to widespread pollution. Factories discharged waste products directly into rivers, contaminating water sources and harming aquatic life. The Industrial Revolution brought with it some major advancements in this area, such as the invention of the steam engine, which revolutionized travel by land and sea. It marked a shift from agrarian economies to industrial ones, laying the foundation for the modern world we inhabit today. By understanding the complexities of the Industrial Revolution, we gain a deeper appreciation for the challenges and triumphs that shaped our world and continue to influence our lives today. If you enjoyed this episode, check out others on the channel where we bring you gripping tales from history. Don't forget to stay tuned for new releases. Your support helps us keep bringing these stories to life. Thanks for joining us on this journey through time. Let's continue. However, it's crucial to recognize that this transformation wasn't a seamless or uniformly positive process. It brought about significant changes in how we live, work, and interact with the environment. While it spurred technological advancements and economic growth, it also led to social and environmental challenges that continue to resonate today. The rapid urbanization led to the growth of sprawling cities, which in turn grappled with issues of poverty, pollution, and public health. The stark economic disparities between the factory owners and the working class fueled social tensions and gave rise to calls for reform. This allowed for faster and more efficient transportation of goods and people, connecting distant markets and facilitating trade. But it didn't stop there. The railroad, another innovation of the time, further expanded the possibilities of transportation. It provided a cheaper and more efficient way to move goods and raw materials, contributing to the growth of industries and commerce. This network of rails connected regions, fostering economic integration and enabling businesses to reach wider audiences. But the convenience of these advancements came with a dark side. The reliance on fossil fuels for powering machines and transportation led to widespread pollution. The release of harmful pollutants into the air and water not only degraded the environment, but also had adverse effects on human health. Deforestation, both for fuel and to clear land for new factories and housing, led to soil erosion and habitat loss. As cities expanded, they replaced open spaces with concrete, disrupting natural drainage patterns and increasing the risk of floods. The rapid urbanization also led to the unsanitary conditions in cities, which in turn caused the spread of diseases. All of these factors combined to create a less than idyllic setting for the masses who were flocking to cities in search of better lives. The proletariat, on the other hand, were the underdogs, struggling to survive in a rapidly changing world. However, this came at a cost. The reliance on machines led to a decline in craftsmanship, and the production of standardized, mass-produced items replaced unique, handcrafted pieces. The emphasis on efficiency and quantity over quality and aesthetics became a defining characteristic of the Industrial Revolution. As factories churned out goods at a rapid pace, the focus was primarily on functionality and mass production, rather than artistic expression or individuality. The stark contrast between the two classes led to a growing sense of inequality and discontent among the working class, setting the stage for major social and political upheaval. During this time, several movements emerged to address the plight of the workers. One of the most significant was the labor movement. This movement advocated for various reforms, including improved working conditions, reduced hours, and fair wages. The members of the labor movement organized strikes, boycotts, and protests to raise awareness of their cause and pressure factory owners to meet their demands. Despite facing opposition and sometimes violence, the labor movement made significant strides in improving the lives of workers, paving the way for better labor laws and social welfare programs in the years to come. As the Industrial Revolution gained momentum, the gap between the rich and poor continued to widen. The factory owners and entrepreneurs amassed fortunes, while the workers toiled in obscurity. Eventually, the disparity became so vast that it gave rise to a new term, the middle class. The middle class, or bourgeoisie, were those who owned the means of production, such as factories and machinery. They were the driving force behind the Industrial Revolution, constantly seeking new ways to improve efficiency and increase profits. On the other hand, the working class, or proletariat, were those who sold their labor to the bourgeoisie. They worked long hours in dangerous conditions for little pay, often living in poverty and squalor. As a result, factory owners were willing to pay workers a wage, albeit a meager one, to produce these goods in large quantities. For those living in rural areas where farming was becoming increasingly difficult and the threat of starvation loomed, this new opportunity in the city seemed like a beacon of hope, even if the working conditions were less than ideal. Over time, the lure of a steady income, no matter how small, drew more and more people away from the land and into the factories. And as cities grew, so did the problems that come with urban life. Pollution, crime, and disease became rampant, making life in the industrial cities a true test of resilience. Now let's fast forward to the early 1800s, when the Industrial Revolution was just beginning to take hold. A factory worker in Manchester might make about 10 to 12 shillings per week, while their counterparts in Birmingham or Sheffield would earn a slightly higher wage of 15 to 18 shillings. These new factory jobs might seem like an improvement over agricultural work, but don't be fooled. Working in a factory was long, hard, and dangerous, with little pay and few benefits. Meanwhile, the average farm worker had the freedom to work at their own pace and enjoyed a closer connection to the land and their community. Pick up any recent history book or watch any recent video about the Industrial Revolution, and you're likely to hear a tale of massive social and technological upheaval. But what if we told you that this wasn't quite the whole story? The reality was far more complex than popular narratives would have you believe. So join us as we delve into what life was really like during the Industrial Revolution, shedding light on the often overlooked aspects of this pivotal period in human history. So why then did so many people leave the countryside for the cities? Well, it all came down to economics. However, amidst these challenges, there was opportunity. As the Industrial Revolution reached its peak, the tension between the two classes grew. While the Industrial Revolution brought about significant advancements in technology and production methods, it also had a profound impact on the environment. During the Industrial Revolution, the shift from hand tools to machines in factories significantly increased productivity, allowing for the mass production of goods at unprecedented levels. Now let's talk about something we can all relate to: transportation. Looking back, it's evident that the Industrial Revolution was a pivotal moment in history. As we reflect on this pivotal period in history, it's essential to acknowledge both the achievements and the struggles that defined it. From steam engines to smart tech, history shows us how far we've come and how much we've changed. If you enjoyed this journey through time, hit that like button, share this video with fellow history lovers, and subscribe to HistoroMystic for more eye-opening stories from the past that shape our world today. Don't forget to tap the bell icon so you never miss a moment in history. Until next time, stay curious.